These kind of videos are always a bit of a risky one here on the channel, but I hope you guys all do enjoy. Welcome back to more esports talk. Recently, guys, of course, a gigantic movement and a lot of things going on here in America, including a movement for Black Lives Matter, which is very unfortunate and very, very poor timing by an MiBR and CSGO pro player, that being Fer, who took to stream to apparently incite what could be deemed as racy or somewhat of a racial joke. Now, let me keep in mind, guys, and keep you informed as well. MiBR has already announced an apology for Fer and has also issued him a fine. So for all of you guys out there who think, he must have been joking, it's okay, his organization disagrees and has already fined him, I will talk about their discussion and their post. I thought a very fair and proper post about this, which, yes, did include a fine for Fer, which will go to a charitable organization. They will keep us all posted on the amount and where it does go. So before you guys jump the gun and think, oh, this is probably okay, he didn't mean it, it was out of context, the organization disagrees, and so too did many people out there. Thanks to Rigo, other Redditors out there for translation on these clips as well. I've reached out to other sources to confirm all of this stuff, or at least in partial translation of a few of the things he did say during his stream clip. As he apparently in this clip was replying to people on his stream who always talk about him touching his hair, Fer then responds by asking, "Stop touching my hair. Are you sad because your hair is hard and bad?" And this apparently is a common reference in Brazil, where good hair is seen as smooth hair and bad hair is seen as hard hair. That being, if you have harder hair, it could be linked to a more considerable amount of African-American descent. And so you guys can maybe understand why, if you make these jokes, people can find them racy and very inappropriate. As he did continue and apparently stated, "Are you mad with your hard hair? Dang it." He didn't say the word dang, by the way. He then drops the F word. "Why racist? Is everything racist to you guys?" in response to his chat, who was beginning to respond to his supposed joke previously. "Oh, you are racist. You are homophobe," he continues on saying. "Man, go take it in the arse. Take it in the arse, you son of a biatch." He supposedly does continue to respond to one viewer and tells him to stick fingers and other things up his arse. So obviously a very heated response to what he presumed he made was a joke. His chat maybe not so much, or a few people who are watching him maybe not so much taking it in the same light. And then his response, he of course has all of a sudden responded to all of this with a greater apology. I would say a better, much better apology on Twitter, along with MiBR's post, which I would say is probably the better part of all of this, issuing him a fine, apologizing, especially in the wake of more tragic and more important events. For him to slip up like this and for them to live up to what they said and put out there just within the last day, they had to do this as well. And of course, if we want to actually move forward about this, other organizations have to follow suit when their members also mess up like Fer does. Thanks to Rigo for translation, as MiBR did state, "It is generally easy and convenient to make statements about the need for more equality and racial justice. It is difficult, as time has proved, to take actions that support these words. One of the biggest impediments to progress is when those who seek a deeper integration of equality are afraid to be honest, transparent, and direct about their own fallibility, and to confront their own mistakes and ignorance directly so that we can truly make a change." They continued on later by saying, "Fer, one of our players, made a mistake. He was wrong. He made comments in his stream that do not reflect our values, and we believe that also do not reflect his values. While Fer is also seen in his broadcast supporting the fight against racism and racial equality, he is also shown making comments on good and bad hair. In context, these comments can be interpreted as having racial tones. We all know sometimes language or phrases have, if taken to the extreme, a set of implications or meanings disconnected from the speaker's intention. However, it cannot be an excuse to hide behind it. Fer knows and recognizes his type of language feeds a narrative that is wrong and deeply damaging. Instead of hiding, he faced the problem and apologized. We will also impose a fine on Fer for his comments and work with him to choose organizations that promote racial equality. The amount of your fine will be allocated to these institutions. We are also going to be sharing this with the community because it is only being truly open and vulnerable to mistakes that individuals and groups can really learn and grow together." And I think all in all, a very, very good and well-noted response. There is a bit of a lack of translation, but thanks again to Rigo on Reddit for this. I would say a pretty good response, given in the past we have covered here on this channel several streamers, I would say, making worse racially tied jokes and not receiving any punishment or really any recognition from their organization of their wrongful actions, and some of which I've spoken about very, very recently. So MiBR, I respect you for your response. I hope Fer can learn from this going forward. And for anyone out there who is going to be upset with me, I apologize. We are a news station. I cover this for anyone else, and I got to cover this for every every circumstance out there. I don't think Fer is racist, but he did make a racy and what some people saw as an inappropriate racial joke, and that's why we're covering it here. Hopefully going forward, he will learn from this, and especially when on live broadcast or anywhere, anytime, he will learn to refrain from saying these kind of things. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. You know what to do. Drink your water, drink your coffee. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.